So, Mr. Elephant, do you have any knowledge in Redstone? What is up, guys? Murgaman4 here, back with another Redstone weekly episode, albeit a little bit late, and an elephant just spawned over there. And so today, I'm going to show you a redstone contraption that I made for the Kingdom of Epicraft. Now, you may not know this, but in the old Epicraft server, me, Doctor, and Bosco, well, mostly Doctor and Bosco, made this kingdom, but I became a part of it after I started going on Epicraft myself. And so we rebuilt it in the new Epicraft, or we're rebuilding it currently. Of course, the Epicraft episodes we're posting on YouTube are out of date. I think the next Epicraft episode was filmed maybe a month ago, so yeah, it's out of date. We started working on the new kingdom, I'd say, about a week and a half ago to 2 weeks. As of today, which is, as I am recording this, March 3rd, sorry, not February, March 3rd, 2013. So, this is going to be like for a secret area, and not exactly a secret area, but like to the dungeons and stuff, and it's some evil redstone stuff if you fail. So, yeah, just adjusting the iPod there. So, this is the original. It ended up being a failure. It's a lot more complicated redstone than I have now. Actually, this took me a few days to build. The one I have currently took me only an hour or so, I'd say. And it works perfectly. So it has the same basic premise of this, but it's a lot easier. So what's going to happen is it's going to be like a door system with a code. The coding system is not mine, it is Seth Bling's. If you have not seen Seth Bling, definitely go check him out. He's a really awesome redstoner, or redstone guy, whatever you call people who enjoy doing redstone and make it all the time. And, so yeah, he's really good at it, and he, posted him to YouTube, and his name's Seth Bling. So, link to his channel in the description. But it mainly worked, but it, I needed the new snapshot for this. I never got around to installing it, but then I got a new idea for how this would work that would not need the new snapshot, and I made it. So, I'm going to show you how it works. Say you're in survival. So, you're going to have to come down here, and there's a trap if you click the wrong button. This is the coding system. The ladders are all the way up there. You're going to have to fall, because if they were too close, you could just stand on the ladders and press the buttons. But so this code for this is 123. The actual code for Epicraft is going to be definitely different. Can't let anybody know, though they may figure it out, but yeah. We're not gonna let that happen and everything. So yeah. Besides, Kingdom's wow, I started to read this. The Kingdom is majestic. Well, yeah. Kingdom is majestic, but it's protected. That's what I meant to say. So since the code is 123, I said 123. I meant 135. There's 5 numbers here. There's going to be 10 numbers in the actual one. And so, if I press either 2 or 4, bad stuff is going to happen to me. They both connect to the same redstone line, so either one you press, the same thing will happen. Complete evil if you fail. So if we change it, sorry for the camera falling there. If we change it to creative here, we're flying, right? Press the button. These pistons, they open up and then close. You're going to fall through this one block thick of magma just because I felt like putting that there. Then there's this tripwire, and oh no, I forgot to cover that part up. I think I should move these in so that there is no way to escape it. So, yeah, just a sec. A little bit of improving to be done. A slab will prevent it from doing that. So, just to be precautionary on this side. There we go. So basically when you hit this tripwire, then it will activate some dispensers underneath. Is it this side? Yeah. And they all have instant damage. So, yeah, deadly. And yeah, this piston is also for something else. So yes, but if you get the passcode correct, watch. See? Isn't that a cool door? I was debating whether or not to put a open from this side switch here. I could, if you want to use this for yourself, you can easily do that by, well, not exactly easily unless you're a good redstone person, but you'd have redstone that would come over here and connect to each of these separately with repeaters. So yeah, that would make it open. I think. I haven't tested it, but I think that would make it work. And so, yeah. To any of you who aren't good at redstone at all, I am referring to people like Doctor and Prince Bosco. They find a simple redstone door simple, which doesn't make sense to me. Or not. I meant they find simple redstone doors complicated. Not simple. That would make sense. Okay, yeah. This, I wouldn't be surprised if they found it complicated. But this is actually very simple to me. It's not too hard. Took me a little bit to figure out, but not really. Not really too long. So what happens here is if you press one of the 2 or 4 buttons, it sends a redstone signal down this line, through here, through here, through here, through here, into this inverter, which keeps all of these pistons activated. But when one of the buttons is pressed, it deactivates this redstone torch, deactivating this redstone line, deactivating all of these pistons, and pulling the floor back. So if we show this, yeah, you saw that happen right there. Now, so this is the, oops, get the camera to this side. Sorry about that. But, so for the actual lock, each of the correct buttons are essentially the same. As I said, this design is basically Seth Blaine's, except I added this repeater lock system here. Other than that, the design is Seth Blaine's. So, yeah. If you press, let's just press the 1 for example, sends a signal down here and keeps this locked, which keeps this redstone torch deactivated. Now you'll notice that this is still activated, but that's because this redstone line is connected like this with these other redstone torches, so you have to press the other 2 as well, the other 2 buttons of the code, to get these deactivated, which will deactivate this redstone line. Now, it's an automatically resetting system. It resets itself. So, when all 3 of these torches are deactivated, let me just take them down to show. It will activate this torch, and, well, okay, so if these torches, say all these are activated, it'll deactivate all these torches, which will then deactivate this line, which will activate this torch, which will then activate this line, activating this line, and it goes over each piston, powering it. All these pistons, which pushes a block on top of this piece of redstone, these pieces of redstone, and that will stop the signal because the signal is coming through here, which is coming through here, which is feeding back into here, which sounds complicated. But when this is blocking the signal, then there's no redstone coming into here, therefore none coming into here, and no signal coming into there, breaking the lock. So it's an automatically resetting system. And then what happens is when all this is deactivated, it deactivates these lines. I'll show this line first because it activates first. So this leads into an inverter. So when this line gets deactivated, it activates this redstone torch, which then activates this line up here, which proceeds to lead down here and up here, deactivating this piston and the piston below there, so that these blocks will pull up so that you can go through. And also then this line will continue on this side, coming through all these repeaters. Now if you want this to work, you have to have these repeaters because they set the amount of time that you need to wait for these to open. And so as you see, these are activated, but once this line gets activated right here, it'll deactivate this redstone torch, deactivate all of these pistons. It'll deactivate these pistons at a like after the fact, the back pistons. So what happens is that it pulls the stuff back, and yeah. And then this over here is a separate little thing that's from this line. It also needs these repeaters for it to work, because then this part of the door will not work. Well, it will work, but it'll happen way before you need it to. So it sends a redstone signal down here, which comes up around like this, which keeps this torch deactivated. And both of these run into inverters, which are keeping the other pistons activated. These pistons right here, these four, not the ones on the side underneath here, these two. And the reason these obsidian blocks are here, these don't need to be here, but they can stay just because it adds to the design. There are two obsidian blocks here and here, and that is because pistons cannot push obsidian. So when these are deactivated and then these pull in, it's so that when these pistons do not push these blocks out, it ruins the machine or door. So you need to have obsidian or some block that cannot be pushed by them, like maybe chests or something. And yeah, but so they both lead into inverters, which deactivate these pistons. And these pistons are well, pistons cannot be pulled when they are activated, but when these are pulled back, they also pull back these sandstone blocks that they are holding, I guess. And then the system also leads down to these different pistons, sorry. And they all have a short delay on pulling back, like on pulling back these pistons. So once they're deactivated, like a couple of ticks later, these pistons pull them back. And then this deactivates again, which deactivates this, which this is always going to be powered though. So yeah, so this will well, these are always powered and stuff. So yeah, they're always powered until the door opens. And then so this area is still powered, and I'm being really bad at explaining this. I'm not even really sure how this works exactly, this part, but I don't know. It's just then when this line turns back on, these pushes these pistons back, these pistons on the sides, and then they push them forward, closing the door. So yeah, that concludes this episode of Redstone Weekly. I'm surprised it actually took that long to explain. Oops, stupid snake, I hate you. I'm surprised it actually took that long to explain this device, but in my opinion, it's really cool. It's a really awesome door. It will be in a secret area at my Dr. Bosco's kingdom. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Redstone Weekly. And Murderman 4, over and out. See you guys later.